Tom Bower exposes lies in Meghan's absurd keynote speech at the One Young World Forum 2022. Thank goodness for Tom Bower's bestseller, Revenge, Meghan, Harry and the War Between the Windsors. His expose contains answers about her lies at the conference. The speech, which was 10 minutes long, was full of shameless lies and fake modesty. First, let's take a listen to her lies. Oops, her speech.
Well, good evening, everyone. It is very nice to be back in the UK. And it is very nice to be back with all of you at One Young World. As you'll likely hear many times this week, look, as we just heard, you'll hear all sorts of things. Some very heavy, some very uplifting, but the resounding spirit I believe you will hear is that you are the future. But I would like to add to that you are also the present. You are the ones driving the positive and necessary change needed across the globe now in this very moment. And for that, I'm so grateful to be in your company today. It was several years ago, in 2014, that I was first invited to be a counselor at One Young World. And in many ways at the time, I was probably a lot like each of you, young, ambitious, advocating for the things I deeply and profoundly believed in. And also looking around and wondering, how on earth did I get here? Have any of you today so far had that feeling, that pinch me moment where you just go, how am I here? Oh, it's a lot. And at that dinner, there were about 20 to 30 of us for the counselors. And there I was the girl from Suits. And I was surrounded by world leaders, humanitarians, prime ministers, and activists that I had such a deep and long-standing respect and admiration for. And I was invited to pull up a seat at the table. I was so overwhelmed by this experience. I think I even saved my little paper place card that said my name on it.
To unpack the lies and to see through her fake modesty, we need to step back and ask, how did Meghan become involved with One Young World Forum? And the answer lies in Tom Bower's book. I'm reading now from Tom Bower's book, page 63. Meghan had lobbied hard to be invited to the One Young World conference in Dublin. She knew that celebrity in Hollywood was enhanced by philanthropy and activism. To secure her first platform, she asked Misan Harriman, an Anglo-Nigerian photographer, for a favor. Harriman's friend, the tennis champion Boris Becker, was about to address over 1,000 young people at One Young World conference in Dublin. Could Becker, asked Harriman, get a slot for Meghan? Becker introduced Meghan to his agent Gina Nelthorpe Crown, a glamorous South African based in London. You can see her in the picture with Meghan, where Meghan is taking a selfie shot of two of them. By the way, Meghan and Gina Nelthorpe Crown, her then agent, were on a trip to Malta in this photograph. Gina would speak of being blanked by her former client. As usual, she's always ghosting people who have gone out of the way to help her, so I'm really wondering, does this woman actually have friends? To give Meghan a slot, the actress wanted to speak about gender equality and positive change. Robertson was cool on the idea. Nobody, including her, knew Meghan Markle. That changed after she spoke to her daughter. The young fan of Suits was instantly enthusiastic. Meghan was booked. Unlike the stars, Meghan would not receive a fee, only expenses. Excited about her trip, she posted a message to an Irish friend of Matt Elron, lock something down. I head out there October 14 to 17. Have a wonderful night, XMM. When I first arrived at Meghan's hotel in Dublin, Nelthorpe Crown recalled, she was in a toweling bathrobe with her hair tied back. We just clicked. We hugged as if we had known each other for ages. She was delightful. warm, and personable. And she did not question the status of a mixed-race woman in a white society. Rather, she accepted European values. She made no attempt to describe a personal mission or offer an agenda to change the world. The totality of her speech was to urge her audience to admire her own personal experience and adopt her mantra of togetherness. In her own mind, as she later described, she had been elevated into the ranks of the powerful. That explained her unusual reaction as she headed towards her hotel lift. A young man politely beckoned her to enter in front of him. "I don't need that," she snapped, delivering a tirade to the startled man until the end of the ride. So from here you can see, even as early as the very first time she spoke the One Young World Forum in Dublin, she was already very big-headed. She was very proud that she was accepted. So first, let's now expose her lies and her fake modesty. She said she was invited the first time at Dublin in 2014. Now, as I have read the book, you all know that she was not invited. She hustled for the place. Nobody knew her. Okay, she had to get help from people. Boris Becker, Gina Neltop Crown. People had to do it for her. They had to ask for her. They had to persuade the organizers to give her a chance. So it's different from being invited. I don't know how she get the idea that she was invited. You know, this kind of lies are so silly because it's so easily exposed. And then about her modesty, she was talking about, oh, you know, this pinch me moment. She was wondering, you know, how is it that she's there and all that. Actually, she thinks that she should be there. I don't think Meghan suffers from any form of inferiority complex. If anything, she feels very superior about herself. Her modesty is fake, fake, fake. Meghan Markle is someone who is not modest at all. Not modest, let alone humble. A humble, modest person would not always be talking about themselves, especially when they're talking to a large crowd and they're giving a keynote speech. I'm coming to the end of this video presentation. I've shown two pictures of her with Gina. Gina was the friend who helped her tremendously. She was the one who helped put her onto the world stage, in a way, so to speak. Because of her connections, she was able to get onto One Young World Forum. But where is this dear friend now? Kicked to the curb. I just wonder, when is she going to do that to Prince Harry? When is she going to kick Prince Harry to the curb after she has made full use of him? Look at her here. Look at her portrait photo for the Card magazine. Look at the glint in her eyes. That determined look, that steely glare. I find it scary. This picture can give me nightmares. And look at her here, staring at Kate in the most evil way. And look at her, she never got into Hollywood. Hollywood doesn't accept her. So what she has to do? Marry a prince, use his connections, use the platform provided by the royal family. I've come to the end of my video and I would like to leave you with this still from the One Young World Forum. Look at the bored, even painful expressions of the guests during her speech. They look like they are suffering having to listen to her. The only one who seems to be paying attention is a dear, dear husband, Harry. The ever-obedient Harry. He looks kind of mesmerized here. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video presentation as much as I have enjoyed preparing it for everyone. Please press the like and subscription buttons and I hope to see you guys soon. Ciao for now. Stay safe and well.